On today's episode, we're talking baffles. Before we get started on today's episode, I would love it if you guys go to the bottom of the screen, click that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. While you're at it, click on the bell notification button. This will ensure you guys never miss a video. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about today's featured products. Baffles. Baffles come in many different shapes, sizes, and materials, but essentially do the same thing. A baffle is a tube that goes inside of your exhaust system to help lower the dB levels, as well as create just a little bit of back pressure, which in turn can give you extra horsepower and prolong the life of your engine. But I know what you're about to say. Dylan, loud pipes save lives. This might be true, but how loud is too loud? In front of you, you have a chart. This chart represents how we measure sound. 0 is represented as the softest sound a human ear can hear. As we're 120 decibels, well, you can imagine that's pretty freaking loud. Now, different states have different sound ordinance, so definitely look into that to make sure you should fall into that category. But how loud is a Harley Davidson? Well, put it in terms this way. A human speaks at 40 to 45 decibels. A car traveling down the road, 60 to 80 decibels, and a rock concert, 100 to 115 decibels. Now, hearing loss can occur at 94 decibels for 1 hour of noise. So, a Harley falls into this category at 80 decibels. Once revved, can reach a sound of 94 to 95 decibels. So when you're out there cruising down the street, and you're listening to that beautiful, sexy engine, and you feel those eardrums rattle, and just remember, you are causing damage to your ears. That is where these little puppies come into play. So as you notice, there's a couple different shapes and sizes here on the table, and on our website we have a plethora of these things to choose from. But let's talk about what each one of these do. Shorter, smaller baffles create a louder sound. And this is because the sound waves coming from the bike exhaust itself doesn't have as much baffle to travel through. And as you'll notice, you're gonna see a couple little holes on the side of the baffle itself. These holes are actually there to kind of dice up the sound waves and really help them get muffled out. So let's take a look at the opposite end of the spectrum, a much larger baffle in comparison. This is going to create a much quieter sound, especially since we have a wrap on this. Taking a look inside this one, you guys are gonna notice lots and lots of little holes alongside this. Now this one is gonna be much quieter than that short baffle we just looked at. And that's because the sound has a much longer distance to travel through, getting sliced up much more from those holes. And then also the fiberglass packing on this is almost really going to be like screaming into a pillow, really muffle out the sound. So this one is gonna be a really nice, quiet sounding baffle. This happens to be a fiberglass packing. Now, you can change out the packings whenever you need to with any different materials that we sell here at Dennis Kirk. So this one here actually happens to be a steel wool packing, and this one on this pipe here happens to be a fiberglass. So different materials are going to do the same thing, essentially kind of calm down those extra dB levels, but it's going to give your bike a little bit different of a sound. So definitely something to check into. And again, yes, you can just buy the packing if you already have maybe one of these guys inside of your bike and you just want to like calm it down just a little bit. You can just get a wrap it on there as long as it'll fit inside of your pipe. So if it doesn't, you might need to move down to something a little bit smaller. Once wrapped, it might be a little bit tighter of a fit in that circumference. So just make sure you're getting the proper baffle for your exhaust system. Coming into the center here, you guys are gonna see a much different style baffle than the other two themselves. This is kind of a combination of the two. So it's gonna be not quite as quiet as the large baffle and not quite as loud as the short baffle, but it's gonna have a very unique sound. Just take a look inside of this baffle as the way it's going to really cut up those sound waves. It's gonna come out with a very unique sound. So let's listen to a couple bikes with and without baffles. that's gonna do it for today. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a blast out there riding, protect your ears, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. For more information on the products listed in this video, click on the link in the description area below. Feel free to call us with any questions or place an order at 800-969-7501. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for all of the latest DK events, videos, and promos.